Okay. Okay. Whoops. Okay, there we go. Woo! There we go. Popping out the chat over here. Whoopsie. Okay. Hello, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Oh, what is shaking, guys? What's shaking over there? Gotta get some tunes on. I think we're good on this. Yeah, we are. There we go, guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And we are coming live out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. This is ULA. This is the Vulcan Centaur launching at 2:18. There's a 60-minute window for launch. Hello, Joanne. Hello, hello. And again, this is about 43 minutes. It's going to be held at a T-7. Once you guys listen, T-7, this thing will be held. They're going to be holding this at T-7 for 1 hour. What that means is we're going to have a launch window of 60 minutes once T-7 occurs, which is in approximately 35 minutes, 36 minutes. We're going to hold it for 1 hour on the launch pad. You see the liquid oxy starting to evaporate. It's going to be continuously filled. Once that is held, then we're either going to be green for launch or it's going to be a no-go. This has been delayed since 2022. This is ULA. This is a ULA launch, United Launch Alliance. So this is the Vulcan Centaur through ULA. It's not SpaceX. It's not Blue Origin, NASA, nothing like that. This is a ULA launch. Great question. Tap the follow button if you're new here, guys. This is located at Kennedy Space Center at Cape Canaveral, Florida, guys. This is Cape Canaveral, Florida. This is live. North Florida, Seth, you should. This is going to be an east departure. This is going to be an east. Guys, this is going to the moon. If you guys didn't know, this is going to the moon. There is a lunar lander at the top there. At the top of this is a lunar lander. You guys can see it there. You guys can see the lunar lander. They're actually going to be landing this on the moon. They're going to be landing this thing on the moon. And yeah, they're going to, like I told you guys, they're going to hold this at T-7. They're going to hold it for 1 hour at T-7. And what that is going to do is give us a 1 hour launch window. You guys don't like the music. What? It's going to be super, super awesome. I mean, is it a little loud? See, I have a separate audio. I have separate IFB, so I hear things a little bit differently. What's up, Just Mary? Hello, hello, hello. So they are going to hold this. There we go. I think that's a good medium. They're going to hold this at 1 hour. This is United Launch Alliance. This is a ULA. This is ULA, guys. This is going to the moon. This is a lunar lander. And what's going to happen is that it is going to be held at T-7. So T-7's in 33 minutes. We're going to have a 1 hour launch window. This thing has been delayed since 2022. And, you know, this is separate, but it's kind of getting us ready for Artemis 2. We're going to try to be in Florida in November to actually bring you some live coverage from the countdown clock, which is right there at the press site for NASA. We're going to try. That's going to include the first woman going to the moon and the first, I believe it's an African-American who will venture off to Apollo, a.k.a. the moon. It's amazing because the whole sky lights up. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. And Trucking Medic is in here. They are dropping a lunar lander is what it is. They are dropping a lunar lander. And so, guys, we see the liquid oxy starting to evaporate. We have the flares up. Everything is looking very, very good for launch. All the radars have been spot on. I'm going to see if I can maybe show you guys what that looks like here. Give me 1 second here. I'm going to pull up some radar to show you guys. Dangerous. So when we do take a look over here, the Cape is over here. For those who have never been down here, this is Cape Canaveral. They're actually going to be launching right up here. They're going to be launching, I believe it is one of these first ones here, but they're going to be launching up and around here. And so the only thing that we have on radar is a little bit over in the Gulf that should not be affecting in any way, shape, or form. We've launched with a lot more. Lots of stuff happening, guys. Lots of stuff happening. If you guys did not catch my TikTok videos from a little bit earlier, just show you guys here. We have tornado risk. This is for Monday, today. That is for today. And then going overnight, we also have a tornado outlook as well, which is available, which includes Florida, Georgia, and the Carolinas. So that will be on my TikToks. I will be live tomorrow as well. Sun is in Indian River. It gets a good view. Oh, yes, I've been to Indian River a couple times down near Port St. Lucie. Yes. How much longer till launch? We have 37 minutes on the clock. It's going to be held at T-7 minutes for 60 minutes. What that's going to do is it doesn't mean that it's going to be held there for 1 hour. It gives us a 1 hour time to watch this launch. So we are kind of just waiting right now to see what may perceive. We shouldn't have any issues with launch. I just showed you guys. I think we'll be good as long as the rocket goes into boot sequence and it doesn't throw back a red flag for any reason, and we should be perfectly fine. You guys can see that this is the Astrobotic Peregrine mission number 1. It's a lunar lander. And the rocket on the left is the Vulcan Centaur, known as the CERT-1. So this is going to be very, very interesting. Launch is scheduled for 2:18 a.m. Again, 2:18 a.m. Time right now is about 1:42 a.m. So we are nearing down. We have 36 minutes on the clock right now. And this, would I see it from Dallas? No, unfortunately not, Geo. Unfortunately not. Again, we can see the ULA logo there. We can see the beautiful rocket that they have, the Vulcan Centaur. We have a flare off. They are loading that steamy white stuff coming out of it. Is actually liquid oxy. They're also using methane. And They're using another thing. I'm gonna be honest. I forget what the third one is. It's not RP1 or anything like that. It is something completely different that we're not used to. Again, that's that T-7 clock when they begin the hold. That's when they're going to do the hold for 60 minutes, and we will see what they say. We may be able to tune in to ULA. We should be able to get audio from the mission control desk here. Should be able to get mission control audio. That is the Astrobotic team. Those are the ones that are going to be putting on the lunar lander on the moon. It's going to be this team here. Again, thank you guys for the follows and the shares. Much appreciated. Where's this launch at? This is out of Cape Canaveral Space Launch Complex number 41. I believe it's just above 39B and 39A to the west. Hey, Gina, how are you? Liquid oxygen. Liquid oxy. SpaceX uses LOX, liquid oxy. We call it LOX, and also RP1, which is rocket propellant number 1, similar to JP1, which is jet propellant. It's just more concentrated. Great question. That is every tornado watch that was issued for 2023, actually. Mind you guys, I had like 15 minutes prep time for this live stream. I had about 15 minutes of prep time. So, no, this is unmanned. There is also 2 satellites for billionaire Jeff Bezos. He's putting up some new satellites to try to compete with SpaceX's Starlink. We're going to have 2 things of their constellation for Amazon's new low Earth orbit broadband service, wireless broadband. What does it smell like? I'm going to be honest. I don't know what it smells like because the closest I have gone was to Cocoa Beach, and that was for Transporter 2 through SpaceX. I will say it's super weird seeing a rocket come up over the horizon, and it's probably a good 6 miles in the sky before you hear the which is the sound barrier. It sounds like the loudest crack of thunder that you could ever experience. And then we heard them twice coming back for the boosters, which was absolutely awesome. Yep, Sammy. Yep. Gavin, I don't believe so. Don't believe so. Again, this is out of Cape Canaveral. This is ULA, United Launch Alliances. No comment. So for those asking, the last one that SpaceX, so not Starlink, but their last one that they launched, which included the secret space plane, whatever, the X-37B, that went up and around the East Coast. It was on like a polar orbit versus this one that's going to be heading out towards Africa. Possibly south of Georgia if you're on the coastline, possibly. More rocket go space, woo. Yes, this is going to the moon, Hannah. This is going to the moon. We have T-minus 31 minutes and 9 seconds on the clock. Reminder, at T-minus 7 minutes, the clock is going to be held. The clock is going to be held at T-minus 7 minutes. It's going to give them a 60-minute window to launch and light this candlestick. My night is going pretty well. Again, Cape Canaveral Space Launch Complex number 41. When's it launching? As you see on your screen, it says 2:18 a.m. Eastern Time. It's there in the background of the clock. Thank you, Jay. Thank you, Queen Spawn. Thank you, guys. Thank you, thank you. Much, much, much appreciated. Trajectory. Trajectory is going to be going to the east. We should have live telemetry coming back on this. We should have live telemetry. Guys, we're one follower away from 204,600 people. Let's all tap that follow button, guys. I'm going to be trying to do all of the space launches this year. I'm going to try to put them all on the calendar to cover them. I will also be live tomorrow, today, whatever you want to call it. We do have the great chance for tornadoes throughout Texas, into Dixie Alley, and up into the Carolinas into Tuesday. So I'm going to try to be live for all of that as well. Jay, unfortunately, no. Thank you for that hat mustache, though, Jay. The SpaceX one, which included the X-37B, was one that went up the East Coast. This one is going to be going straight in orbit and heading out to the east. And once it exits the orbit, it's going to be on a trajectory to the moon. This here includes, as you see here, the Peregrine Mission 1 lunar lander from Astrobotics. Is it really early for a launch, or is it early morning, or is it late at night? For me, it's late at night because I've been up most of the day. Dustin, no. Unfortunately, no. And guys, what you are seeing, that is venting liquid oxy, known as liquid oxygen. In the industry, it's called LOX. So it's going to be filling with LOX continuously. They chilled the lines. They're going to be pumping fluid in there for quite a while. Basically, they're going to make sure that basically she is topped off before those hoses come off. And when they decide to light the stick, that's when she goes burr. Yes, the studio is located in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. We're live from Pittsburgh. We have the Astrobotics team on screen there at Mission Control for Astrobotics. It's similar to how SpaceX has their very own launch team, Astrobotics. They have their own as well. Powered by DHL, a company you rarely hear of. Where are they going? They are going to the moon. This includes the Peregrine Mission 1 lunar lander. They're going to be landing on the moon. This is unmanned. This is unmanned, mind you. Whoopsie. Hello, Jenna. I gotta see something here. Oh, well, apparently Gypsy Rose's account has got hacked and deleted. Gypsy Rose's account has been hacked and deleted. Her verified account that just hit. Hello, Catherine. Catherine, literally your message. I just saw that. This is coming out of KSC, Kennedy Space Center. This is Kennedy Space Center, SLC 41, Space Launch Complex number 41, which is near where they originally went to the moon. I think it would have been historic to actually see it launch from 39B or 39A, but, you know. Is T-minus 26 minutes and 20 seconds. At T-minus 7, it will be held for 60 minutes. Does not mean that it's going to be held for an entire hour. T-minus 7 is when the clock stops on the countdown, and what starts is a 60-minute clock. That is a time window that this candle can light. Because for those who don't know, to get the trajectory that you need, you only have a few minutes of time. We luckily have 60 minutes here, but that's why T-minus 7 minutes is on the clock on your screen I'm showing you here, and at 7 minutes the clock stops, and an internal clock at Mission Control at Astrobotics will begin, and that is the launch window that we say, hey, the bird is ready to fly. There's no bad weather, the trajectory is good, our TFR is in place, we have no ships in sight, we have no aircraft in sight, launch this. And that's what happens. Super, super awesome. Poke Patriot. Awful funny. There's no modern pics of the moon. There actually is. There's a TikToker who actually took photos. Can you guys believe this? This TikToker took photos of the moon, and he took them in such high quality and made a mosaic that it was 1.61 gigapixels. Okay? Not megapixels, gigapixels. It's so high quality. It is extremely high quality. Guys, I am looking over here. We appear to be fully good. I see nothing on radar that could stop this. Again, you guys can see liquid oxy there. That is the LOX. You can see liquid oxy. Those are the lines there. I want you guys to pay. Those are the lines. That is the umbilical cord. It is continuously pumping in liquid oxygen. How far away could you see this launch in person? Probably several dozen miles, I would have to say. Clear here in Jacksonville. Jacksonville, you should definitely see it. I would say anywhere from probably PSL the whole way up to Jacksonville, maybe cresting into portions of Georgia. Again, with nighttime launches, you can see these things a lot better. You can see these things a lot better, in all honesty. Are you an engineer? No, I am not, Joshua. No, I am not. Unfortunately, no, not in Colorado. Again, guys, tap that follow button if you are new. If you're new here, tap that follow button. Tap the follow button. I'm in Vero, but I've watched them from Palm Beach and even further down. There you go. There you go. What are they about to do? They're going to the moon. T-minus 23 minutes and 12 seconds on the clock. Again, a reminder, clock will be held at T-minus 7 minutes. Don't freak out. No, Ricardo, no. What are they landing? A lunar lander. We'll try to get another shot of the clock down. It is called the Peregrine 1, or Mission 1, sorry. Peregrine Mission 1. It's a lunar lander from Astrobotics. Thank you, Catherine. Albuquerque, no. 1 second. What do we got? Police chase in Sacramento County right now, guys. There's an active police chase in Sacramento County. We're in Florida, Cape Canaveral, guys. This is coming out of Cape Canaveral. 2 minutes, 26 minutes, 22 minutes, 26 seconds on the countdown clock. Woo! Lots of talking there. That is the lunar lander, guys. There we are. That is the lunar lander. That's the lunar lander that is in the very tip top there. You guys see it at the tip top. Behind the fairings, that is where the lunar lander is. Are you a real police officer, Austin? I don't know where that question came from. Are you referring from my 5M videos from quite a while ago, Andrew? Or was that from a while ago? Are there astronauts on this rocket? No, this is completely unmanned. This is ULA, United Launch Alliance, not NASA. They're in partnership with NASA, but it's not NASA. It's not SpaceX. It's not Blue Origin. It is ULA. What is the map on the left? That is so I use the same template basically for severe weather, but this is for tornado watches of 2023. YouTube, not sure if... Oh, yes, Sherry. Hello, Tennessee. So, hello, guys. Sorry about that. My eyes were focused on TikTok there. It's the most active chat tonight. Tennessee, no. This one here is going due east once it gets up into trajectory. When's it launching? So, we have 20 minutes, 47 seconds on the clock. So, T-minus 20 minutes, 44 seconds on the clock. At T-minus 7 minutes, the clock stops. The public clock will stop. An internal clock for 60 minutes will begin. That means that from 2:18 to 3:18, we will have the ability to watch this launch unless there is a last minute scrub. Great question. What is the mission of the lander? It's going to be conducting experiments on the moon. Great question. You are welcome, Ashley. Thank you for tuning in, guys. That is the lunar lander there showing you again. This is the Peregrine Mission 1 from Astrobotics. We should get a shot of mission control here very soon for Astrobotics. The Wyke? No, unfortunately. Is it Cape Canaveral? Yes. Yes, it is. Space Launch Complex number 41. How long will it be gone for? I believe it's going to be stuck there. It's going to stay there. It's going to the moon. Does it have anyone in it? No, it does not, Ashton. No, it does not. It is completely unmanned. See it from South Carolina. Maybe a little too much north there, buddy. Maybe a little too much, but if you're okay getting out before the clouds hit you over the next 2 days, feel free to get out and enjoy the night and try to see it. It's going to its new home. Exactly, Catherine. Can you see it from Colorado? No. Again, that is where the lander is stored at the very top, what we call fairings. Those fairings, once you get up into orbit, they actually fall. A correction, it depends on the launch company, okay, or organization, because SpaceX will recollect the fairings from the Vulcan series and reuse them. I don't know about ULA, though. Again, all of that white, you guys see that white steam, that white smoke? That is completely normal. That is called liquid oxygen, known as LOX in the industry. What that is the fuel to the rocket. They are using methane gas, they're using liquid oxygen, and I'm going to be honest, they're using another one. I totally forget what the third component is. SpaceX uses a mixture of LOX and RP-1, which is known as Rocket Propellant 1, for either the Merlin or, yeah, that's for the Merlin engines. And then I believe Starship is something completely different with the Raptor engines. So pretty much, guys, I would say from Florida, possibly even Georgia, you guys could see this. Hydroxyzine, is that what it is? Guys, there's a countdown clock again. Reminder, we are at T-minus 17 minutes and 53 seconds. So we are nearing down. The public clock will stop at T-minus 7 minutes. What they're going to do is they're going to do all their checks. They're going to go from person to person. We good? We good? We good? We good? Weather, we good? Yes. Then they're going to light the candle. They're going to restart the clock. And then from T-minus 7, that's the countdown clock. So basically, T-minus 7 is their safety net that if they need to completely pull out and say, hey, we need to scrub it, we need to abort, we could do that before it gets any more fuel. Because once the flight computers take over, it's like an ICBM. Good luck stopping it. This is ULA, Beth Ann. ULA, United Launch Alliance. Such an urgency of late to get to space. Well, it originally was back in the 50s and 60s, which, you know, Sputnik, which was Soviet Union. Soviet Union wanted to get to space first, and they did that with Sputnik. But they were never able to put a man on the moon, or at least that we know of. We do know that they killed a lot of astronauts in orbit and launches and crash landings, but they don't talk about that. It's a great song to be talking about cosmonauts dying in space, you know? God rest their souls. Hydrogen, that's it. Yes, SpaceX News. Hydrogen, that is the third element, because I said this is a hydrogen bomb. I said that to Trucking Medic in a live chat earlier. Yes, hydrogen, that is the third one. Methane, liquid oxy, and hydrogen. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Why are they launching it so late? There's a specific trajectory that they want. Now, SpaceX launched at 5:55 p.m. this evening. This is the lunar lander, guys. So at 5:55 tonight, the lunar landed at lunar land. SpaceX Falcon 9 launched from the complex. So 5:35 SpaceX launched. So this was the available time slot to do it with NASA. Random, no, unfortunately not. How long until it gets to the moon? That's a great question. I'm not privy to the flight plan. I would have to say, however, it could take several days. Apollo took roughly 3 days to get to the moon. It's not like Mars. Now, Mars, we can get there as quick as, I believe, 4 months, but it, like, everything has to align just right to get that. And you have to, like, bounce off the moon with the gravitational pull. It's insane how these scientists and engineers do it. I played Kerbal Space Program, so I'm like, oh, just drag the aperture. Cool, we're on a trajectory to moon. But it's not like that in real life, as far as I know. Trucking Medic coming in with a lot of science. Where is this launching from? Cape Canaveral. Guys, hit that follow button. Sandra, thank you for the team bracelet and the heart me and everyone else. Thank you. Hit that follow button, guys. If you guys like these space launches, these rocket launches, I will be sure to cover them much more frequently. I've been trying to do that. I provide breaking news and severe weather updates on my TikTok and YouTube. If you are on YouTube, click my profile and you can come watch me on your TV in full HD. And hit the subscribe. It's free to subscribe. It's like following on TikTok. But guys, you can see the launch trajectory here. Launch trajectory is going to be leaving SLC-41, which is known as Space Launch Complex number 41 at Cape Canaveral Space Force Station. And it's going to be heading into a eastward trajectory after launch. Again, we are T-minus 13 minutes, 53 seconds, guys. Hit that follow button while you guys are in here. Don't scroll anywhere because we are just minutes away from watching this candle fly. Again, lots of interesting stuff. I appreciate everyone in chat here. I truly do. Again, I do watch YouTube and TikTok chat, so feel free to hop over to YouTube if you dared. Mr. Ass Backwards. Love the name. Thank you for the share, buddy. Thank you. Haha. Following. Thank you, Beth Ann. Thank you. I wonder how that police chase is going. Again, if you are new here, that is perfectly normal. That is liquid oxygen. I can't say hydrogen for sure. I don't know if they'd be wanting to vent hydrogen, but it's possible that they're mixing, you know, up and out of the rocket there. But typically that is liquid oxygen that you do see come out of the venting. Of course, Lucas. Of course. Again, thank you guys for joining the Discord as well. I saw a couple people join the Discord. Super awesome of you guys. Oh, man. There is no astronauts aboard, guys. We are trying to get everything ready to go down in November to cover Artemis 2. Artemis 2 will bring the first woman and the first, I believe, African-American astronaut back to the moon since the Apollo days. That's going to be November of 2024. We're trying to get you live coverage of that by going down and covering it. Okay, so launch time. At 4.9 seconds, the ignition will start. Liftoff will occur at 1.1 seconds. And then 7.9 seconds after launch, it will begin its pitch and yaw maneuver. Roughly 1 minute and 9 seconds, almost 1 minute and 10 seconds, it will hit Mach 1, making it supersonic. And then at 1 minute 16 seconds after launch, it will reach max Q. Basically, that is the maximum pressure that the vessel can hold before going full throttle. It's also the same time Challenger blew up upon launch from Cape Canaveral. And then we do have BECO at right before 5 minutes. We're going to have BECO, which is your booster engine cutoff. And then at 5 minutes, 5 seconds, booster separation. And then at 5 minutes, 14 seconds, the main engine start will occur, which is actually the base of the rocket itself. Once those separate, once the boosters separate. 5 minutes, 23 seconds, we're going to have the fairing jettison, meaning that that top cover is going to come off. And then at 15 minutes, 45 seconds, we're going to have MECO 1, which is main engine cutoff. And then that's also when at 43 minutes, the second engine will start. 43 minutes after launch, the second engine will start. They needed enough fuel in certain parameters to reach to the moon. So that's why there's a delay in that. And then at 50 minutes, everyone listen, 50 minutes, 26 seconds is when the lunar lander will separate. I don't know if we're going to have video of that, but it's super cool. And then at 1 hour, 18 minutes after launch, the third main engine will start. It's going to burn for a while. It's going to burn for a little bit. And then the end of mission is 4 hours after. 4 hours, 24 seconds, or 4 hours, 24 minutes after launch. So, guys, we have the readiness polling right now. We're going to see if we can maybe bring in audio. I don't know if we can. We're actually going to cut this up to a little bit more live. Here we go. Clear downrange. We are clear to launch. Okay, we are clear to launch at T-7. ULA gave the clear to launch, guys. We are clear to watch this launch. Okay. So, guys, we are moments away. Readiness polling. We are clear to launch. So we got the ULA's authority to light this candle, guys. So let's get ready. You are welcome, guys. You are welcome. This did not launch on December 29th. This is live right now. This is ULA's first launch of 2024. Yes, you are, guys. Hit that follow button if you're new here. T-minus 8 minutes till launch. Yeah, we should see strong arm retracting here soon. The umbilicals will pop off. Again, tap that follow button, guys, if you're new here. Tap your follow button. We are live on YouTube as well. If you want a full HD experience, come on over. T-minus 7 minutes, 31 seconds to launch. Again, this is going to take a lunar lander to the moon and land on the moon. That is what this mission is designed for. There is a lunar lander that you guys may see here if you continue to watch the stream in the top of that rocket. Right there is the lunar lander, guys. Right there. T-minus 7 minutes. Let's see. Is the clock held? Negative, guys. We are go for launch. There is no hold. Repeating, we have no hold. We are taking the first available launch time, which is at 2:18 a.m. Eastern Time. This is a mission that has been held since 2022. They have failed to launch every time since 2022. So this is long overdue. Joe Mama, I loved your coverage on the Titan submersible. Thank you very much. I wish for a better outcome, but that was very interesting, and I hope to cover the criminal trial of the remaining members of OceanGate. In fact, I will go to the court case and cover it in person. I would love to do that, depending where it is. But a trip to the Bahamas, that sounds like a vacation. There are no humans, guys. This is unmanned. T-minus 5 minutes, 42 seconds till launch. Why at 2:18? That was the first available time to be able. One, they launched at 5:35 p.m. tonight with, well, tonight if you want to call it tonight, with a SpaceX launch vehicle. And this is the first time we can get onto trajectory. So being able to get onto trajectory makes sense. You know, you're not going to launch something that's not on trajectory to what you're trying to hit, which is the moon. Everything looks good. There's nothing on radar. You know, this is the best time to launch, right before tornadoes about to happen today and tomorrow. So this is the best time that they can get this thing launched, you know. This is unmanned, guys. T minus 4 minutes, 49 seconds. We are live from Pittsburgh, guys. We're broadcasting live from the Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania studio, bringing to you live. This is launching from Cape Canaveral at Space Launch Complex number 41. Thanks to ULA and Astrobotics. Daniel, thank you. Free Mountain Spirit, thank you, thank you. Guys, tap that follow button if you are new here. You are watching the launch live from Cape Canaveral, Florida. Correct, guys. This is a due east trajectory approach. This was not going up the East Coast like the X-37B launch. So, you guys are correct. This is going to be primarily a Florida-Georgia viewing. Again, this is going to be a Florida-Georgia viewing, guys. So, you guys are going to be watching it live. T minus 3 minutes, 30 seconds till launch, guys. Again, feel free to join the Discord or subscribe on YouTube. Both are free. You guys come watch for free here. Hello, Ashley. How are you? Edward, what's up? Edward, that map, guys, this map is actually every tornado watch that was issued in 2023. You guys see how Tornado Alley is shifting more over Dixie Alley? Okay, so we're going to tune into the launch audio here, guys. T minus 2 minutes, 30 seconds. This is launching from Space Launch Complex number 41 there, which is on the north side of Cape Canaveral, Florida. And this is going to, well, guys, landers have been to the moon since Apollo. Many countries have put landers on the moon, including China. Believe it or not. Launch sequence has started if you guys did not hear that. Seeing here, guys, if we can, there you guys go. Getting those. Oh, there you guys go. One minute, 15 seconds. As long as the rocket doesn't shut down, we're good. 1 minute. Range is green. That means we're good downrange for the launch. Hello, Amelia. Liftoff. Here we go, guys. Clear the towers. And there she goes, guys. Huge, guys. That is absolutely insane. The thrust, 1.46 million pounds that those engines are lifting right now. 1.46 million pounds of payload with fuel. Absolutely insane. Absolutely insane.
Let's cue the point of greatest aerodynamic pressure coming up in 10 seconds.
And we've hit our first throttle point on the BE4s. Everything looking good.
Absolutely insane, guys.
Passed through Mach 1. We are now supersonic, coming up on max Q. At max dynamic pressure. Everything looking good. We're rolling off on the SRBs.
That's just wow.
SRBs coming up on jettison.
We're on a minute 30 into the mission.
30 seconds.
Solid rocket booster separation coming up momentarily.
15 seconds to SRB jet. BE4s continue to operate now.
Look at that, guys.
Really good call out that the BE4s.
Again, guys, hit that follow button if you're new here.
As we come up on 2 minutes into flight.
And they jettisoned the boosters, guys. Boosters are jettisoned.
Both SRBs, everything looking good. BE4s continue to operate normally.
And the 2 Northrop Grumman.
Coming up on 2 minutes into the mission.
Solid rocket boosters separated.
Again, 1.46 million pounds, probably down to 1.2 million.
Solid rocket boosters, you really see the blue color of the methalox that's powering those BE4 engines.
Methane liquid oxygen that you guys just heard, methalox.
This tracking view from our friend Pete Carson's now onboard cameras from
beautiful
Vulcan first stage.
Can guys tap that follow button? We're going to be doing more of these rocket launch coverages. Absolutely insane.
Crossing 2.5 minutes into flight now.
And we fired the power valve, activating the reaction control system.
Next milestone coming up.
On the upper stage, pressures are rising.
Booster engine cutoff. T plus 4 minutes and 58 seconds.
Operate normally.
Just wow.
You hear that call out. The BE4's first in-flight demonstration.
Yes, guys, this launched from Cape Canaveral just 3 minutes ago from Cape Canaveral.
So far, so good.
33 miles in altitude, 52 miles downrange.
Love it. Let it cook, guys. Let it cook.
3 minutes.
Right, Ashley?
Into flight.
It's already at max Q, so she's supersonic, guys.
Of those.
Again, tap that follow button there, guys.
This view coming from our tracking cameras here at the press site.
They are going to moon, guys. This is on the way to the moon. For those asking, this is going to the moon. It's a lunar lander.
Vehicle steadily accelerating. A little over 2 Gs at this time. Good body rates. Nice and smooth operation of the booster.
This view from Pete Carson's.
47 miles in altitude, 95 miles downrange at 55.
Vandenberg launch, right?
We're now just about a minute away from booster engine cutoff.
Continue to burn normally. Everything looking good.
Okay, we're coming up on BECO, guys.
Plus 4 minutes, 50.9 seconds.
Yes, this is going to the moon from Astrobotics. They have provided a payload of the Peregrine Mission 1 lunar lander.
As we pass through the Kármán line.
Oh, Carolyn. This is unmanned, guys. Unmanned.
And heard the call out that Vulcan has passed the Kármán line, and for the first time, a Vulcan rocket is now in space.
It's officially in space, guys. It is officially in space.
34 seconds and counting. Less than 20 seconds away now from the booster engine cutoff.
Yep, BECO. Booster engine cutoff.
Getting ready for the ignition of those RL-10C 1-1A engines coming up shortly.
Coming up to the end of boost phase.
Absolutely insane, guys. First time they've launched since 2022 with this. They've been trying to do it, but kept scrubbing.
And here see a good cutoff of Beacon.
Booster engine cut off, guys. Bico, you no longer see that. There it jettisoned. And it's separated. Jettison and separation. Again, guys, tap that follow button. You guys are going to want to see.
They ignite now for the first time.
You guys are going to want to see the lunar lander here. Once the fairing opens up here, guys. Once the fairing opens up, tap that follow button, guys. Yep, fairings are gone.
The animation of the payload fairings falling away, simulating what we would be experiencing.
See if we wonder if we have a camera up on the lander.
Peregrine lunar lander.
I wonder if we'll have a camera on the payload. Yes, yes, they usually do recover the fairings. They usually do. They do have GPS on them.
This flight, of course, also marking the first launch of the Centaur 5 upper stage.
And we are in the early phases of a 10.5-minute first burn of Centaur. Everything is looking
We
good.
should be able to see a camera. They should have a camera feed here.
Great call out so far.
We're going to close loop steering.
That is ULA. Man, look at that. Look at all that smoke there. Liquid, yeah, liquid oxy on the left. Liquid oxy on the left. Okay, guys, tap that follow button here.
And expect to go to closed loop control on Centaur PU inside of 40 seconds. Both Centaur engines continue to operate normally.
It is not landing, guys. So SpaceX is the only commercial flight company that will actually have their boosters come back and re-land. The ULA, they're one-time uses.
Indicates nominal performance of the booster. Centaur continues to operate nominally in this first burn.
And we heard
operating
that call out
normally.
About the good performance of the first stage booster.
And ULA,
First time of Vulcan.
you have
booster has
ULA,
flown
Blue
supporting
Origin,
a mission,
SpaceX,
and
NASA.
It appears at this level of assessment that it went.
Yeah, Six Vision, but we don't count them.
far.
They really haven't
And
been to
we've done our
space
roll
before.
attitude.
Blue Origin's just like a wannabe company, but we don't talk about
ULA
that.
said coming into this mission, they will take about 60 days or so
Engines continue to burn normally.
to further review.
They're supposed to have cameras on the payload.
This first launch and
This
really
is
get a full
ULA.
grasp of everything that was accomplished here as they look towards their second certification flight, supporting the launch of Sierra Space's Dream Chaser space plane.
Again, guys,
up to the
tap that follow
International
button
Space
here.
Station on a
Tap that
commercial
follow
resupply
button.
services mission.
And we're continuing to make a LOX correction on Centaur as expected.
Put that up there for you guys to see. Tap that follow button here, guys.
Now a
We're
little over
getting
8
there,
minutes
getting
into
there.
flight.
Y'all got a
Coming up on
telescope?
500 seconds of the
Right?
mission.
Who has a
Everything's
telescope,
looking
guys?
good.
Who has a telescope in chat?
Continuing to burn Centaur.
Is he going to
The
try to
next
land with
milestone coming up is Centaur first. main
Edward
engine
there? So,
Right as
Edward,
expected.
November,
Good
we
acceleration,
should be
good
going to
altitude.
Florida in November to cover Artemis 2, which
We
will
are
be
now
the next manned mission to the moon. Artemis 2 in
135
November.
miles in altitude, 836 miles downrange, traveling at 11,150 miles per hour.
MECO 1 coming up at T plus 15 minutes, 45.4 seconds, according to the planned timeline.
Catherine, I don't know the next NASA launch. I do know
Continue
SpaceX
to
is
nominal
launching
performance
continuously.
From Centaur.
Continue to see this.
Oh, God, I agree. I agree. I'm like, where's our camera?
animated
Where's our payload
simulation
camera?
of what is
Like,
happening in
SpaceX
real
is
time
big on their media and their
of the
PR.
Centaur 5 upper stage. The two RL-10C 1-1A engines continue on their burn.
Tall
and
text.
will do so for the next several minutes here.
I'm kind of curious as to
From
where
the,
our
halfway point of this
camera
first burn of
is.
Centaur, everything looks good.
Well, that's why you have liquid oxy, guys. So liquid oxygen can burn in space. It's not exactly like a
ways to go.
burn;
1,000
it's a
miles
propellant, more or
downrange,
less.
traveling at 11,500
It's like
miles per
RCS.
hour.
Again, guys, tap
A
that
ways to
follow
go
button. We're
before
almost
full
at
success can be claimed on
205,000, guys. Almost at 205,000. Tap
flight
that
of
follow
Vulcan.
button. At least we got CGI.
But at this point in
Right,
time,
guys? At
things
least we got
seem to be going
CGI.
about as well as could be expected.
Where the
for
hell's our
ULA.
payload camera? One away.
Picking up a
There
new
we
era with this
go.
Vulcan rocket.
There we go, guys.
As mentioned throughout the broadcast, Vulcan
Hit
will
205,000.
supplant
Keep
both
it
the
coming,
Atlas
guys.
and Delta IV Heavy launch vehicles.
It's all CGI.
The Delta IV Heavy has just one more flight.
And just passed through 600 seconds into the mission. Centaur continues to function normally.
I want to see
One
the
more flight of
camera.
Delta IV Heavy before it is
Not people
taken out
wearing
of service.
McDonald headphones. I want to see the payload. I want to see that lunar lander. That thing. I want to see it. I want to see it.
As for the Atlas V rocket,
I want to see it.
there are 17 flights remaining on that launch vehicle. 8 that were purchased by Amazon supporting its Project Kuiper internet constellation.
Yeah,
We're continuing to
Kuiper,
fly
they
down the
want to
center
be
of the range track.
SpaceX.
1,230 miles downrange, 12,300 miles per hour.
Atlas also has 7 flights of the CST-100 Starliner spacecraft.
We got
on behalf of
CGI.
Boeing.
Approaching our head-on gate in 30
There's no
seconds.
people now.
That is part of the commercial crew program. The first crew flight test is coming up no earlier than mid-April. And finally, Atlas
Tall
is going to
Texan,
be
right?
launching one more national security space launch
Continuing to make a
mission.
LOX correction on Centaur as expected.
That is USSF 51. And Atlas also
Even the
has one more
CGI is
commercial launch,
lagging. If you
the
look
launch
at
of a
it in the background, guys, the
ISF-3
CGI
satellite.
is actually lagging. That's not an us issue. It's actually lagging.
We're now L plus 11 minutes 44 seconds and counting into this first inaugural Vulcan mission.
They are flying to Hollywood. Tall Texas said
And
on the
next
YouTube
milestone
chat.
coming up is Centaur
Just
First.
past 700 seconds into the mission, continues
Main engine
to look
cutoff.
normal.
Miko,
Seeing expected PU activity,
Miko 1 at
good steady state operating pressures. on
Guys,
both
I
the
guess
Centaur main engines.
we didn't pay
2 +
enough in
15 minutes for
Very
taxes.
little reaction control system activity.
We're still on the entry level
4
for
seconds.
very little
viewing.
control being executed.
ULA didn't pay enough taxes to upgrade to
Body
level
rates are
2
nice
for
and
live
smooth.
camera feed, I guess. Beer guys should be several
1,500.
days.
50 miles downrange, 13,400 miles per hour.
Again, guys, tap your screens if you are new here. 7 days, my ass. I love that. Thank you so much for covering this. It's cool to see a launch
And
with
our
parts
trajectory
my dad
continues
built.
to
There you go, Beth. There
fly
you
right down
go.
the nominal path.
That's awesome. CGI.gif. Why the GIF? CGI.gif. I want to, like, I don't know why. We are in 2024 and
miles
ULA is
downrange,
still using
hitting
VGA cameras,
14,000
like
miles per hour.
480p quality. SpaceX gives us a 1080p view. Hello, Vincent.
The effects of the PU correction.
That's awesome, Kathy. That's awesome. Han goes, you need to subscribe to see the
Very
rocket,
little
right?
RTS activity.
It's a good pitch.
Engines burning normally.
The landing is February 23rd. What? Wait, you're telling me it's landing on February 23rd, but we sent guys to Apollo in like 2 to 3 days? Why
2
would it
minutes
be
to
over a
Nico
month
1.
long to... It doesn't take over a month to get to the moon. It doesn't take that long to get to the moon. Why would you wait over... What? It's January 8th, and you're trying to say that it's going to take them till February 23rd
Centaur continues
for
to
this
operate normally.
fucker to get to the moon? What? We took... Apollo took 3 days.
PU system is steadily making the correction down to a nominal MR.
It takes 3 days to go to the moon. Huh? It takes 3 days to go to the moon. Rusty Shackelford. Oh. That's
1 minute
that's my
to
whimpering
Miko.
sound there. Why does it take so long to go to the moon?
Both engines firing normally.
There goes my load. I'm like over here like, why does it take so long to go to the moon? They're taking a scenic route. You mean over Russia and just is like, okay, we're gonna orbit around Russia for a little bit, you know? Yes, it has already launched. Yes. Thank you, Han, for the subscribing on YouTube. Thank you.
Miles per hour. And Centaur is now orbital.
Why the hell didn't we pay for expedited shipping on this payload?
Coming up on Miko 1.
Catherine, they even have Wish.com shipping time, right? I guess we didn't pay for expedited shipping. Huh, makes me wonder. It's delivering Amazon Kuiper Constellation satellites. Amazon's.
Gone to open loop control on Miko. We have cutoff. Both engines show normal shutdown signatures. We have settling established, 85% duty cycle. We are now in a 27-minute, 51-second coast duration to second burn of Centaur.
As you heard there, we're now L plus 16 minutes, 23 seconds and counting in this first coast phase following Miko 1. Those two RL-10 C1-1A engines will...
We have vented down the LH2 tank as expected.
They're set to begin their second burn at T plus...
They should have gotten Amazon Prime for faster shipping. Amazon packages to the moon, and it takes a month. Rogue! Rogue's in the house. Y'all are typing too damn loud.
That second burn set to begin at T plus 43 minutes, 35.
Correct, Amanda. We are littering the moon. So we are polluting the moon with
a decently long
foreign
coast
objects
phase for this first chunk of the mission.
Robin, I'm like, it takes 3 days to go to the moon, supposedly. Then what? Like, I could see going to Mars taking 9 months. Doesn't take a month to go to the moon. How are you, Rogue? How are you? Right? Makes me wonder if the rocket was built in China that's taking this long to go to the moon. I'm sorry, hold on. That's bad when TikTok shop. Keyword. That's bad when TikTok shop can deliver something quicker than us going to the moon. Joe, thank you for the rose, buddy. Thank you, thank you. It's all Texan. The rocket was made by Sheen. What's going on? It go burr. Do the whir. Do the whir. Oh my god. How much was all of your equipment? Quite a bit. I ain't gonna lie. Quite a bit of money. The audio setup alone was $1,600. But you can hear me. Oh, man. When does it launch? It launched 19 minutes ago, so you're a little late there, buddy. But you can catch a replay on my YouTube channel for free. You just scroll on back and watch her go. Rocket from the Wagner Group. Don't you mean Warner Brothers?
We are entering to the proper attitude for this thermal conditioning roll.
Florida. This launched out of Cape Canaveral, Florida. That's awesome, LaDonna. That's awesome. Yeah, Thunder, you're going to be having launches every few days, buddy.
No, L plus 19 minutes, 40 seconds
Catherine.
and counting. As we continue on this coast phase.
It's coasting, guys. Must not have enough gas in the tank. It's got to coast.
Upper stage making some
coast in neutral.
Slight adjustments there. View of the now empty pad from the perspective of the historic countdown clock here.
Again, guys, tap
at
that
the
follow button if
KSC
you're
press
new
site
here.
As we cross the 20-minute threshold into this flight. As we mentioned with our launch photographers out in force tonight, want to highlight some of the photos that they've got coming into this photo from one of our photographers, Michael Kane, from the perspective of the press site, and you can just see the brilliant blue of those Methalox
Was that
fueled
captured
V4
on an
engines
iPhone?
at the base of the Vulcan booster stage.
I was expecting like an actual like time lapse, you know,
So
not
right
time
when
lapse,
we're
like a
actually
long
plume
exposure, because
streaming
those are
down to
beautiful. Long exposures are beautiful, but
Slip 41 over at Cape Canaveral Space Force
that looks like
Station.
it's from an iPhone.
Outstanding photo here as we are continuing to process and gather the photos that were taken both from here at the press site. Also very much looking forward to seeing what they were able to capture from their
Logitech
cameras
controller, oh
out
god,
of the
you
pad,
guys.
which will be collected in the not too distant future here. Look forward to sharing those with you. Again, if you're not already following them on X, we'll be posting launch photography there a little bit after the launch.
Adam Bernstein. That name sounds very
See their
familiar.
handles here: Adam Bernstein at ABurnNYC
Bernstein.
and Michael Kane at MD Kane Jr.
Adam Bernstein sounds super familiar, and I don't know why. I don't know if we had a local state representative named yeah, we did have a Bernstein. Can't be the same guy, though. Definitely not a 15 Pro shot. I got a 15 Pro Max. Okay? I take nice photos with an iPhone 15 Pro Max, but I also got cameras. Cameras. I got 3 cameras. Nice cameras. Big cameras. The name does sound familiar. Adam Bernstein. It's not the Bernstein Bears. If I had to choose, would you rather go to space or the bottom of the ocean? I can sure see a hell of a lot more if I go to space. And it's a much, probably, more instantaneous death. I don't know. I don't want to be stuck in a homebrew-built sub being powered by a Logitech controller with everyone's stinky feet in my face. And then you just hear it creak, and then, boom, it implodes on you. So, I would have to say go to space. Yeah. And, for the most part, I think that, you know, I'd even trust a Virgin Galactic before I would a homebrew-built submersible. You know, I always would say, oh, if I had to go down to see the Titanic, I would definitely go on a Mir. Well, until I found out that the Mir actually had an issue during filming with James Cameron and them, and I was like, you know what? Nah. You know, I cover Titan. That's where you guys probably saw me a lot, was when I was covering Titan. I mean, my live streams would have almost 4 or 5 million views per night for those 5 days. So do the math. That's almost 25, 30 million views that I had. And I was on everyone's For You page. I was offered a partnership through TikTok when I did that. And it was interesting to say the least, but what the fuck were they thinking? You know, oh, I just went down to Tractor
And we just
Supply
passed through 24 minutes.
and all this, and I got
Everything
some
looks
parts
good.
for the sub.
Vehicle systems are operating right as expected.
Preacher's in the house. What's up, Preacher? What's up, what's up, what's up? Amelia, hello.
And crossing that 24.5-minute mark now.
24.5 minutes.
Post phase of the Centaur 5 upper stage continues to move along nominally according to
Thunder.
ULA. Want to thank a few folks for
Oh, yeah,
helping to
Billy, they
support
always
our
do.
live launch
They
coverage
always
this
do.
evening as we continue on with the activities with the Centaur 5.
With the
Trish
activities.
MC just a little before liftoff with a very generous $50 super chat. Really appreciate that, Trish.
They
who
get super
says,
chats. I
"Wow,
don't.
Great to be witnessing history. Thanks again to the Spaceflight Now team for a great job bringing this broadcast to us. Really appreciate that, Trish, and thanks for helping to support it and make it possible."
Well, SpaceX is the one that you can actually, like, they actually reuse parts.
Thanks to
SpaceX. I don't
new
believe
channel member,
ULA
Russ
does.
Keats,
They just
with
let
a
them
$10
fall.
super chat saying, "Go Vulcan." Thank you so much, Russ. John Bobbitt with a $5 super chat saying, "Thanks for staying up for this one. Great coverage as always." Well, thank you, John. It was certainly one for the history books, I'll tell you that.
One for the history
Let's
books,
do it.
guys. One for the history books. So we are kind of just waiting on this here, guys. So we shall wait for the new CGI to come out. The new CGI.gif. Is red stuff all over the map cloud cover? No. That's actually... so we have a chance for tornadoes tomorrow and Tuesday, guys. There is a tornado chance for tomorrow. Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Florida, even going up into the Carolinas. That is every tornado watch issued for 2023. As you guys can see, the tornado alley is slowly shifting over towards Dixie Alley. It's a great question. You guys see a little Noah there. I used the same setup I did for everything else. I do a lot of weather streams, severe weather streams as well. To CGI.raw. .raw. Get a lot of double taps. Awesome, Winters. Awesome. Yeah, guys, where do we at? Where's likes? I don't see the likes. Why do I not see how many likes are on a stream? TikTok, what are you doing to me? I can't see how many likes I even have. Them son of a guns. WinZip. Do you think it will keep shit? I don't believe it will. I really don't. The issue is this year we've seen more trough ejections coming out of Arizona and New Mexico, which really pushed Clovis. Fucking Clovis. But Clovis, New Mexico, for example, we've seen a lot of trough ejections the past year. So, you know, typically we are used to a trough, ridge, trough setup. Now we're seeing a trough pushing out into the ridge. 43,000 likes. So thank you, Invade Kenny. Much appreciated. You guys are super fantastic here. You guys are super fantastic. Clearwater, Florida, Justin, I think you guys are pretty fine here. I'm going to pull something up here just to show you guys while I have y'all. So this is for today, Monday. So this is for... No, I'm sorry. This is for a Tuesday. So this is for a Tuesday. This is the tornado chance. So this is tornado chance. The black is bad. This is for a Tuesday, and then when we actually start looking here, for today, pretty much from Texas, and it progressively gets more worse as it crosses into Louisiana and comes up over New Orleans. We have the significant tornado parameter here. So I'll be live covering the tornado threat. Unfortunately, guys, if you're in New Orleans, however you want to say it, be cautious. You guys have no radar sight whatsoever. And Shreveport, you guys have no radar sight whatsoever as well. Yeah. You could thank the National Weather Service for that. But they took your radars offline to go do some moving and cleaning up and swapping some parts at one of the first possible chance for real severe weather in 2024. So thank you to the National Weather Service for that. Glad to see taxpayer dollars at work. But Carolinas, again, tornado threat is this. I have several videos on it that I've covered topic-wise for today, Monday, and tomorrow, Tuesday. So please be cautious with that. Now, when you guys are okay, so I believe that was that. We will take a look here. So you guys are curious when the next launch schedule is. So let's see here. So there is a Chinese rocket. China has a rocket, I guess. Okay. So China, and then we have another China one. They're doing one. They're doing 2 in one day. So China's up to something. They're doing 2 in one day. Then we do have on January 10th, Wednesday, launch is from Vandenberg. So Vandenberg is going to have a launch. This is on January 10th. Then there's also Japan having a launch from Mitsubishi Heavy Industries. They're on the same day. Then we have maiden flight of Gravity 1. It's a sea launch. I'm not too sure. However, this is the one here. January 17th, we're going to see Axum Space Mission 3. We have a couple cool ones coming up. We have a Falcon 9 coming out of here from the Cape. But the big thing here is Virgin Galactic. So Virgin Galactic, what they do is they actually launch it on a plane and they drop it and then it shoots up into space. So it's projected to launch on the 26th. Axum, though, Axum here, it's actually going to be crewed. So we're going to be covering this. It's in 9 days, okay? It's going to have 4 crew members. Michael here, he's American. His first flight was 95. We also have an from Italy, Walter here. He'll be on that. We have a Turkish and a Swedish. So we're going to have 4 people. It's costing $52 million, and it is a Crew Dragon flight for a private company called Axum Space. But it will be, so it is a private company called Axum Space. It's going to be going, let's see here. The mission will carry a professionally trained commander alongside 3 private astronauts tuned from the International Space. So they are allowing private astronauts to go to the ISS. And they are going to stay for at least 8 days. So we are going to see SpaceX launch, and we are going to witness them coming back to Earth, most likely. I don't believe they're going to go in a Soyuz. I could be wrong, but I don't believe they're going to go into a Soyuz. So we are going to be able to watch that there. Alaska is going to have a launch here sometime this month. We're going to see a launch here from ABL. Starlinks are going to be coming more frequently, but this was a private rocket that was built. It's flight number 2, and it's going to be launching out of Pacific Spaceport Complex up in Alaska. I don't know if we're going to have coverage on that. I would like to, but no promises. And just looking here at what we are going to have, we're going to have back-to-backs here of SpaceX. They're going to be doing a lot of Starlink launches. And then we are going to have some more Falcon 9s launching some public and private satellites, which is kind of cool. Russia is going to be launching out of Baikonur out in Kazakhstan. These are pretty big in person, being honest. These are pretty big. Russia again. India is going to be launching. India is going to be launching. And then the big one a lot of people are waiting for is this one. This here is coming in February. This is Crew 8. So it's going to be another manned launch in February. Lots of good stuff coming up, guys. Lots of good stuff here on the on the schedule here. Now, we do lose a little bit because SpaceX, they like to just launch them without warning. They're like, hey, 1 week launch coming right up. But this one here, guys, this one here, if you guys thought tonight was pretty cool, wait till you see the Delta IV Heavy. Look at those boosters. Does that not remind you similar to how the space shuttle was? But this is a classified payload. It's launching 350 million. It's costing $350 million. $350 million to launch this Delta IV Heavy. And it's from ULA again. This will be a ULA, but it's going to be absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. Delta IV Heavy. We don't see too many of those, guys. We don't see too many of those whatsoever. And then March, guys. March, look at all of these. We're going to have all these back-to-back Starlink launches. And those are the ones that will actually come back. And then, let's drum roll. we are going to have another Starship #3 launch. For those who don't know, Starship is actually, it's got more thrust. It's bigger than a Saturn V rocket. This thing here is going to be what's taking people into deep space. And Starship here, flight test #3. Hopefully it doesn't explode. Hopefully it doesn't explode. They were doing some static testing a little bit earlier. So March, we are going to see that. Then we also are going to have a Viasat. We're going to have a Viasat Atlas V launching here. These things are big as well. You guys can see Atlas V, Atlas IV, these things. Now, Atlas V is going to be launching 2 Atlas Vs, it appears to be, in March. One is for Space Force and the other is for Viasat. And then we're going to have a crewed Starliner. Big thing, guys. Big thing. This here, it's a crewed one through ULA. I don't remember the last time we had a crewed flight test from ULA. We're going to have Barry here. He's government. And we're also going to have another American, Sunita. It's going to be 110 million. We're also, so it's going to carry Christopher Ferguson, Michael Fink, and Nicole Mann to the I don't think that's right. I think they're wrong on that, but I could be incorrect. But crewed, guys, that is going to be April 14th. It's projected April 14th. April 15th. And then we are going to also have Polaris here. And my personal favorite, we are going to have a new GO satellite. These are weather satellites. We're going to have a new one thanks to Falcon Heavy in April. So we have a ton. We have a ton coming up, guys. I'm going to try to be live for all of these. Because why? It's badass. It is absolutely badass. So the yellow is the yellow with the black lines on weather is the worst. So it progressively gets more worse. So for example, today here we're going to be looking, and this is from National Weather Service, but your area of concern is going to be where that yellow is. I mean, ideally any green and brown and even around the green could see a tornado, but the greatest chance for a strong tornado is going to be where this yellow hatched area is. Great question. Great question there. Y'all are having some stressful days. What's up, Kaner? I see Kaner in chat over there. We'll see you on the next one. Thank you, Camshaft. Love the name, buddy. I'm in between the yellow on the first. Yeah. So, ideally, you know, Narlands, Baton Rouge, out here, in Hadesburg, Gulfport, coming down into Florida, Pensacola. That's where we're going to see the chance for tornadoes, primarily. I'm being honest here. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it in any way, shape, or form, guys. Another Virgin Galactic is scheduled. From French Guinea. Guys, we have a maiden flight. We have a couple maiden flights. So, wow. Look at that. That thing's huge. Another Arctic satellite broadband mission. That's going to be a Falcon 9. It could, Tyler. It very well could. Look at that. Wait, hold on. Wait. What? No. Something, that can't be right. Look at all these. There's no way they're launching that many in one day. There's no way they're launching that many Atlas Vs in one day. That can't be right. That has to be a glitch. Why are you glitching on us? There's no way. Lots of SpaceX launches, guys. Lots of SpaceX launches here. Blue Origin, guys. The time has come, guys. Blue Origin is going to make a maiden flight from New Glenn. Oh, I want to see that thing. Oh, I don't want to say the word. I want to see it. You do. You know what? Now, will you look at that? The Europa Clipper? Hold on. What is this? No flipping way, guys. No flipping way. The Europa Clipper is the first dedicated mission to study Jupiter's moon, Europa. And they're using the Falcon Heavy for it. Guys, SpaceX is sending something to Europa. That's insane. That's insane. They're going to send something to Europa, deep, like deeper space than they have. That's insane. Mars lander from relative. There she is, guys. Artemis 2. Guys, this is the one we're trying to go to. We are going to try to go to Artemis 2 here, guys. We are trying to go to Artemis 2. Gregory Wiseman, Victor Glover, Jeremy Hansen here, and Christina Koch. One Canadian. Who's the Canadian? Is Jeremy Hansen. Guys, this is the one that's taking astronauts back to the moon. We're going to try to go down there for that. We're going to try to be in Florida for this launch on November 29th. We are going to definitely try. Is there a new Mars lander going? I think there's a new Mars lander. Impulse's Space Mars lander. Yes, there's another Mars lander. The Mars lander, we'll be able to cover that because that's in October. But yes, guys. Ooh, Viper. Wouldn't that be something if we can go cover 2 missions, both Artemis and the Viper? Wouldn't that be something if we could do that? That's insane, guys. They're going to blow up that moon with a giant rocket. Well, Eddie and us are talking about going down to see Artemis. I put in the information. I filled out the stuff needed for NASA for that. So that's going to be absolutely cool, guys. But time is 3 a.m., guys. I appreciate everyone who tuned in for this launch. I'm going to be putting in more. Join the Discord above if you like this. Discord.gg/breaking news. Be sure to join the Discord. We're going to be doing more launches. I think that this is a super cool thing to bring to you guys, and I just think it's cool. I really, really do think that this is cool. It's 3 a.m., guys. I'm gonna hop off of here, maybe in Discord for a little bit, but just wanted to be able to give you guys this update. And I will see you all on the next launch. Again, if you're new here, be sure to hit that follow button. Thank you all so much. And I'll be live tomorrow with the Sphere Weather Stream. Thank you all.